Welcome back to the channel, people. I'm your friendly neighborhood couch ultra, and I've got some thoughts on Seattle Sounders 1, San Jose 1. I was going to make a video last night, but I was in such a state after the two games that went on yesterday that I couldn't bring myself to do anything. So a little bit despondent, just a little bit. Now, before I get into it, make sure and hit a like on this. Give me a little love. Help keep this thing, we got an algorithm going. Subscribe to the channel and make sure to drop a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this. So anyway, without further ado, into our lovely 1-1 draw with San Jose. I did like that the Sounders came out and they looked to get on the front foot right away. It seemed, making smart moves, and the passing was kind of coming together, which was great. But I have to say, I do have a problem with Albert Rusnak's complete lack of attention to runs going forward. He receives the ball in the midfield, and he very confidently passes the ball backward while he is facing at a 90-degree angle so he can see the field. Okay? And he consistently passes it back when there are runs happening and passes to be had forward. He knocks it back very confidently, like this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and we are missing passes forward that could be effective into scoring position, and I do not understand it. It baffles me. I just don't get the old, Pete Viana's back pass Pete, going back, when forward is what we need to be doing, because we don't score any goals right now, people. That was the first goal we scored away from home this season. And it's getting to the point where, they have got to start clicking or admit that, this team is not what it is built up to be. It is not what the Sounders fans have come to expect, and admit that, yes, it's going to be a rebuilding phase. But I thought we went through that already. I'm kind of at a loss for it. That there was no plan B if Jordan and Pedro both went down, and then Paul too. So I wonder, as I watched this game, I was some things got to me. Polly rocks off in acres of space. Nobody gives him the ball. He's standing over there, jumping up and down, and literally there's no one within 30 yards of him. And, Paul is a fairly direct player. He gets the ball. He's going towards the goal, and I'm good with that. But he's not going towards the goal if he's standing over there by himself without the ball. And, we finally started to get that, and I wonder how much yelling had to occur because of it. This team looks out of sorts. They look like they don't know what to do with the ball. We brought in Jesus Ferreira, right? Jesus. And I like Jesus. I like him on the team. But he's a striker, right? Aren't we supposed to be getting goals from him? How are we supposed to be getting goals from him when he is the one who's doing the service to no one that can actually get on the ball? Now, a little bit later on, yes, it shifted and he went into the middle, but still nobody found him. He got one shot off, and you could tell it was just like, hey, I need to get a shot off. He's kind of desperate for it, and I don't mean he's desperate, but I mean he's brought in as a striker. He knows the situation we're in, and he is going to press himself to go forward. He wants goals, and the fact that he doesn't have one yet is weird. And honestly, I don't put it on him. I put it on the lack of service that he gets, because he gets nothing up front in any position that will do anything good for the club on the pitch at the moment. At 30 minutes, I wrote down, I'm taking notes for this, and I wrote down, this match is slow and boring. It moves at such a glacial pace. And I've said it before. We get the ball and we give them all the time in the world to go back and set their defense up before we attempt to break them down. How about trying that before they've got it set up? Maybe that would be a good idea. Just a thought. 32 minutes, Earthquakes get a goal. And, what can you say about that one? A little deflected looper that it literally fit in the only space that Fry could not cover. I mean, his fingertip was that close from it, and it was something unexpected. So his effort on that was Herculean to even get close to it, and I applaud him for it. There's nothing you can say. That's totally not his fault. Halftime, we got Joao Paulo out, and Danny comes on, and Danny Musovski comes into the game, and I literally said, "Oh, well, we're saved now," and because sarcastically, I just do not see what Danny brings to the team. I don't, except for filling space on the field when we need a space filled on the field. Because that guy, Danny, cannot score in a brothel. He is constantly on the wrong side of where he needs to be. He's wrong-footing himself. Takes too many touches. That one-on-one he had with the keeper, when the ball came through and he could have just hit it first time, a little looper over into the left corner, and you know what? Just over the keeper. The keeper was off his line and out over the keeper, but instead he takes a touch. He allows the defender to close him down. He doesn't even get a shot off. How many clear-cut chances do we need to, how many does it take? Because he got 3 good chances yesterday, and it was so appalling, the effort on it, that it's what's he even doing out there? One thing I did like, I saw a lot of shots come in from outside. When Nuhu is your chief shot taker, there's something wrong. And nothing bad about Nuhu. His shots actually looked amazing. Those things were laser beams. And I really hope if he could just put just the tiniest bit of side to side on that, get a little motion on it or a little knuckle on it, man, there's going to be some keepers that have problems with that. Yesterday, that keeper had a great game. And yes, every one of those shots was hit directly at him. It would be nice to see if we kind of, get away from shooting directly at him. But I will take those shots from the outside anytime. I like them coming in. We do not need to walk the ball into the net every time. And having a threat from outside or a couple of threats from outside keeps the defense honest too, and will make them give us space to get other things into the box. So it was a little frustrating that one of those didn't go in, because they looked, you got to admit, they looked really good. For the rest of it, Danny, 69 minutes, it's just terrible. He can't control his feet. I found Jackson Reagan had a quiet and good game. He's had some issues lately, and he's been thinking about it. Of course he has. And yesterday was a much better performance from him. So good on you, Jackson. Again, I'm frustrated. I'm hoping that Ryan Kent can add a little bit of gritty edge to this team. If we move quicker, we are better at putting things together with scoring. When we walk our way down the field and try to pick people apart, it just doesn't work for us. And we do not have the kind of height up front when we can just lump balls into the box all day long, and hopefully somebody will get on the end of it. San Jose was on top of that. They were on top of every single ball that came in. And there was nobody, and Danny's waving his hand, here it is. And it's like, no, man, you are covered. And they had it. They were on it. Any of those balls in, right back out. So, yeah, it's frustrating. I haven't even looked at the table. I don't even know how many points we are on. It can't be double digits yet. It can't be, because we barely won. We won one game, and we've got a few draws. What are we on, 6 points maybe after this many games? So let's hope that with the transfer window coming up here in a couple of months, we can bring in some players that can actually, do a job and expect a higher level out of them. It'd be nice to see a marquee signing, maybe some inner workings by the FO to restructure things so that we have a DP available for a player that deserves a DP. I'm really frustrated, and I don't want to be totally negative. So anyway, eternal blue, forever green. I'll see you on the next one. I'm the Couch Ultra, and I'm out.